Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I am turning 61 in 2 weeks.
All right. That sounds exciting.
Happy early birthday.
And I have been good with my money all along, but I have failed to have a retirement fund. And I'm wondering at this point what I can do or so that I can retire maybe at 67.
All right. Okay. So we're working with 6 years to retire, and you have zero. George is going to walk you through this, but just a couple quick questions. You have zero, or you have very little, or you? What's the real here
I
on
have
retirement?
I have no retirement fund, but I have cash, and I have no real debt. The only debt I have is about $9,000 that I took out a 0% interest loan and did some updates on my house.
Okay.
Sure sounds like real debt to me.
Well, yeah, that. But other than that, I have no debt.
What kind of
9K.
cash do you have?
About $200,000.
And what's that sitting in?
A couple bank accounts.
Okay.
Just in checking accounts or normal savings accounts? Are they making 0%?
No, they're making a little bit. There's a couple of them in savings, and then some of it's just cash.
Okay. So we can get that money invested working for you at least. What is your income?
I do childcare. It varies every year, but around like 57.
57,000. Okay. And do you have any pension or anything like that? Any other retirement income we should be aware of?
Nope.
Okay.
I have a life insurance, a small life insurance policy. That's all I have.
Okay. And are you living alone?
Yes.
All right.
Right now, my 19-year-old is away at college, but I mean he'll be here when he's not at college.
Okay. And are you a homeowner?
I own my home. Yes.
It's paid for? No mortgage?
It's been paid for no mortgage.
Good. What's that worth?
I'm thinking around 280.
Okay. And what are your monthly expenses? Have you added this up to see, here's my monthly budget, here's what I need to live?
My monthly expenses are about $1,675.
Okay, great. So here's some good news. You don't need a lot to survive. Now, I don't know what your retirement plans are. I don't know if you had big dreams. We might need to change that picture based on the reality of where we're at.
Right.
But based on my math, you're going to need, and this is not including health care if there's any other needs you have, but you're talking about $20,000 a year is what you're going to be spending.
Okay.
So here's the good news. If you put the majority of your savings into the stock market, into a good growth stock mutual fund or an index fund, you would see on average over, the next 20, 30 years in your retirement, 10 to 12% return. Which means you put 200 in, on average, again, not every year, you're going to see $20,000, another $20,000. And so that gives me some hope that you're not going to be out on the street. But we're also not going to be eating out and going on vacations. This is going to be a bare bones retirement.
Okay.
Now, if you could invest a big portion of your income, now that you have a paid-for house, how much could you invest every month from your income? Could you do, let's say, $2,000?
Every month?
Yes.
Probably not. I could probably do 1,000.
Well, you told me your expenses are about $1,600. You're taking home probably close to $4,000, right?
Yeah, it just depends on the time of the year. During the summer, I make a lot more because I have way more children, and then
well, Ken can help you fill in the gaps of income. But if you have stable income, you could invest $2,000 every single month from age 61 to 67. You'd likely have around $200,000 sitting in that investment account.
Okay.
So that is one option on top of the savings you have, putting that into the market. I also would recommend you sit down with a financial advisor and actually crunch these numbers, and they'll walk you through to make sure you're understanding where you're putting this money. I don't want you to do it because George said or Ken said. I want you to do it because Amy understands.
And that's kind of why I haven't done. I just don't understand any of it, and I've always been afraid of it, and I've watched too much American Greed. So,
well, I keep thinking of this line for you. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The best next time is today. And so I know
Right.
you're 60 and you feel behind. There's probably some guilt that you could have done more, you should have done more, you should have been investing. But I'm telling you, it's not too late to have some dignity in retirement, but it starts today. We can't have the
Right.
excuse any longer of, well, I just don't know what I'm doing. Ignorance was bliss until this call.
Okay. Yep. I get it.
Now let's talk about that seasonal income gap. What are you doing in the wintertime? What changes that you don't have enough work?
I have work. I do childcare, and so during the summer I get a full house. I have all the kids from school age children. So I have 12 kids all summer long.
Mm-hmm.
And then during the winter, kids go off to school, and I tend to have less. And this year I chose to have a few less because I took my first grandbaby. I'm watching her, and with a baby, it's just a lot more work. And so I've had less children during the years. But
Yeah.
I
Are you
do
getting
not
paid to
just
watch the
like,
baby? Or is this just grandma stuff?
Partially.
Okay. So what would be
Not a lot.
So let's say, just for sake of numbers, okay, let's say that there wasn't a drop-off between the summer and the rest of the year. How much more additional money would you make over and above the $57,000? What do you think that number would be if you just had the same amount of kids all year round?
Probably a good another 20, 30. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's the thing I want you to think about. George has done a great job laying out, okay, what you need to do. And here's the deal. That $200,000 is something to build on, plus your existing money if you're putting in $1,000 a month. But I want to challenge you to just believe what you just said. Let's round down. Let's say you did something to go, okay, I'm going to be more aggressive in talking about it. There are parents everywhere around you who would much rather have their child with you. It's probably even more affordable than what they're looking at in the marketplace. There is no shortage of children who need to be watched. So with a little bit of aggression, more intentionality, letting people know, let's say you were able to make an additional $20,000 a year over the next 6 years. Okay? That's a lot of money, George, coming back to your calculator. She can now put $2,000, maybe $3,000 a month away, and all of a sudden
Changes your retirement
it
drastically.
changes it.
And you
So-
might need to work until 70.
That's right.
You get to retire when the numbers say you do, not when you just decide. And so jump on to RamseySolutions.com, get in touch with a SmartVestor Pro. They can walk you through the investing portion. And this is going to take work. And you got to remember, inflation's going to be kicking your retirement in the pants. So you got to get on top of this thing and start investing instead of just saving.
But George and I are we really believe, Amy, you can do this. I think this is extra income, and I do think this is tightening of the expenses as well, and you can get there.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life. Joe's with us in Joplin, Missouri. Hey, Joe, how are you?
I'm doing okay, Dave. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve, sir. How can I help?
All right. I'm pretty much a new listener. I haven't been listening very long, but I'm like what I'm hearing, and you got me motivated. I bought your book yesterday, the workbook, and I did the every dollar app. And the problem is I'm $100 in the hole when I do all the budgeting, and that's not with saving or anything. And I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
I got 3 vehicle payments, which is dumb, but and I'm just
Okay. How much do you owe on these cars each?
One of them, wife's car, owe $10,300, and with the motor blue when I bought it, and I have a different note on it for $4,500. My truck, I owe $9,000 on it, and Harley Davidson, I owe $11,500 on it.
Okay. And what other debts have you got, not counting these car debts?
I've got about 8,000 medical bills. I've got a stupid title loan on a vehicle that's a cheap vehicle I got that's paid for. I let my son drive sometimes. Furniture loan.
How much is the title loan?
$1,000.
Okay.
Furniture loan, bed loan.
How much?
bed loan is $1,000. Furniture loan is around $1,000, right around it. Over Verizon about $4,000. And I can't hardly pay for my kids' lunch stuff anymore. I'm getting in a hole. I don't know whether to.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's stop. What's your household income?
Before taxes, I make 55. My wife's about 20, so about 75 before everything comes out.
Okay. All right. Cool. Are you putting any money into retirement?
I was putting 5% in, and I knocked it down to 1% to give me a little more money. Yeah.
And how big was your tax return last year?
8,000.
8,000. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Okay. Fun. And how much do you owe on your home?
I rent.
Okay. Good. All right. So, and you're what? 45 years old?
38.
38. Okay. That's what, about the right zone of what I was going to guess. So, good. All right.
Got 3 kids at home still.
Yeah. Here's what you've been doing. You work your butt off, and you pay no attention to money, and it has been whipping your butt for 15 years.
I agree.
And consequently, you get in a pinch and you do something stupid, then you get in another pinch and do something else stupid, and then the stupid piles up, and you're just trying to make it hand to mouth. It's thank God it's Friday, oh God it's Monday.
Exactly.
Been there myself, brother. That's how I can tell.
Yeah.
You're a good guy. You're a hard-working guy, but you've not been paying attention to the money part, and it's kicking your butt. So we're going to turn that around today. All right. Here's a couple things we're going to do immediately. Today, you stop all contributions to your retirement today, and you go in and you change your W-4 at your payroll withholding because you have way too much being withheld. When you get an $8,000 refund, what that really means is that somewhere around $600 a month too much is coming out of your check.
Right. Okay.
And they take too much out, and then they give it back to you in April. Santa Claus does not live in Washington, D.C. That money that you got back was your money that you gave them too much of. Do you follow me?
Yes, sir.
So change your withholding by $600 a month, more coming home. That's going to mean this year you'll still get a refund because you've already still done it for this year, but next year you hopefully won't get a refund because all a refund is a return of too much money paid in. It's a savings account with no interest, and you don't need a savings account with no interest right now. You need money.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
So $600 a month coming home more. Plus, we're going to not have the 401k coming home, and that money's going to going in. So that's all going to come home starting right now. 100% of it. Just stop everything. If you've got any gimmick insurance like cancer insurance, all the little stuff, stop all of that. The only thing you need is just straight health insurance. That's all you need at work. Straight health insurance, and if there's a long-term disability, you might look at that. Okay, and then we're going to start looking at what we can sell, like the Harley, maybe the kid car, and we're going to live food first, shelter second, lights and water third, car payments fourth, and we're going to get on beans and rice around this place and get this budget balanced and pick up extra work and have a big garage sale and sell everything in sight and start turning this around. But when you start paying attention to this and you get this budget balanced and you get on a mission to get rid of this debt, you can turn it. Hold on, I'm going to put you guys into Financial Peace University, our 9-week class. I want you to turn this and you call me back and tell me you did it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.
Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Jonathan is with us in Fort Myers, Florida. Hey, Jonathan, what's up in your world?
Hi, how are you doing today, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So I had a situation happen a couple years ago during COVID. My mother passed away. She was actually killed by her new husband.
Oh, my gosh.
Man.
Yeah, they were both in their late 70s. and they they left me with quite a bit of money.
Wow.
So I never made more than about 85 grand a year, and then was left with a couple $1 million. And I hope I've been doing the right steps with what I've done with it. I just wanted to get mostly some reassurance that I've been doing the right things, or what you would recommend moving forward with this.
Oh my gosh.
How have you navigated the last few years with the loss of your mom?
The first year wasn't too well. Kind of went backwards probably a little bit, and then I got a couple kids, and I tried to get myself together and be better for my kids, and I think I've been doing pretty well the last 2 years.
How old are you, Jonathan?
36.
Okay. And I assume the husband's been put in jail?
No, he killed himself afterwards.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
In our house that we grew up in.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Jeez, man.
Well, that just makes it, managing $2 million that you don't know how to manage is freaky enough, and then you put this layer on it, it just gets super freaky, right?
Yeah, it's a little more than that. We were left about $2.5 million from our parents, and then he left us another $1.1 million.
Oh, wow.
Which we weren't expecting. We didn't know that we were written into his will.
Wow.
Does that money feel weird, or are you happy to spend it?
I've spent. I haven't really. I wouldn't say I've spent it. I've used most of it to live off of the last couple years from the new husband.
Mm-hmm.
He left us 2 IRAs, a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been pulling.
All right, let me get past all the and just answer your question. So, how much money do you have today?
Today, let me just flip over here. I've got total between properties and everything.
Yes.
I would say about $3.5 million, $4 million.
All right, and you're still working, making 80.
No, I haven't been working since the day she died.
Oh wow. Okay. What did you do for a living?
I worked in restaurants mostly, bartender, sommelier, and server.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the reason I didn't go back to work was a lot of that. The reason why I made good money was because I was always forward about my life and talking to people about things in my life, and I just felt like I couldn't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't go into this story, part of the story anyway. Wow. Okay. Are you married still or single?
No, I've never been married. I'm single.
You said you had kids. Okay.
Yeah, 2 children. One that I have full custody of, one that I split custody.
Okay.
An important part of your recovery moving forward is you're gonna have to get a job.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get a purpose, a thing to do, a thing to go to, a thing that you are a part of, that the world's gonna be better because you were a part of it. You got that?
Yeah, I feel that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's time to go back to work, Jonathan. Doing something.
Yeah, I'm actually starting a business this year, a tour boat business.
A what business?
Tour boat?
A tiki boat, tour boat.
Oh, okay. All right. You're buying the boat and gonna do tours
and do trips on the boat.
When?
Yeah. The boat's going to be delivered in April or May of this year, and we should be operating by June.
Okay.
What did you spend on that boat?
$220,000 total.
Okay. All right. Now you're going to be leaning in, learning how to run a business, learning how to handle and operate the boat. You're going to be leaning in on all of this. I really want you to go make a living for your sake, because at 36, doing nothing is not a plan. Okay.
Yeah.
Emotionally, spiritually. John's right about that. Now, so let's pretend that you're making a living. You don't need this money then, right? So now we just need to invest this money well.
Yes.
Okay. Jonathan, I buy 2 things for investments. The The first thing I tell people, and I was with a bunch of wealthy people this weekend, do not put money in something you don't understand. Don't do it because I do it. Don't do it because somebody else says to do it, or you read an article once. That's a nightmare way to lose money. Put money in something you understand. Now, that may mean you need to go to school a little bit by sitting with an investment advisor and letting them teach you. But I buy real estate that I pay cash for because I like the real estate business.
I've done that already.
Okay. And I buy mutual funds. And that's all I buy.
Okay. I've got about total about $1.8 million in real estate.
Okay. And it's making money, right?
I have one house that's going to be worth about $1.2 million, and I'm planning on renting that.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be. When? Why is it not worth that now?
It's about to be finished being built, and I think in March or April of this year it'll be done.
Okay. All right. So you're going to have
and then I have another rental house, and then I have the house I live in.
Okay. That's fine. Great. Now manage those to where they make a good return on the amount of money you have tied up in them, and then sit down with a good someone like a SmartVestor Pro. You can find them at RamseySolutions.com, and they'll help you sit down and start to understand some mutual funds and invest it. But, I mean, if you make 10% on $3 million average across those investments, then you'd have $300,000 a year coming in. If you don't touch it in 7 years, that $3 million at 10% would be worth about $4 million, or would be worth about $6 million. In 7 more years, it'd be worth about 12. In 7 more years, it'd be worth 24. That's 21 years from today. You're 36. That puts you at 57 with $24 million.
I like that.
Okay. That's you working, providing your own living, not touching these investments, and letting them just grow at an average growth rate of 10% a year. And that's invested in mutual funds and real estate. Now, it's a little more complicated than that, but basically that's how the math will roll out. The trick here to the thing is put money in stuff that's steady and is predictable. Not super conservative, but we're not taking any big risks here. We're not trying to reinvent the crypto world or some bull
and
crap
don't buy
like
a tiki boat for $250,000 and then 6 months go and be like, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to buy a snow cone stand, and then you're going to
stay on
small
track.
Business yourself broke.
Yeah, stay on track with that. And so you're now in the tiki boat business for the next decade, buddy. And you're going to make a go of it. John's right. You don't get to change. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life. Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So, I understand that you guys promote outrageous giving, and I am in a position in my life where I'm able to do so. But I also think about cheerfully giving and where do you draw the line? So I recently had a niece who reached out to me to help her with her down payment on a new apartment. She did state that she just found out she was pregnant. She hadn't told anyone, but just shared that with me, but has a past of asking a lot of family members, including me in the past, for money, potentially for drugs and bad boyfriend experiences. And I feel like there's a bit of manipulation in terms of making sure I'm the only one who's been told about her pregnancy, where we don't really have a solid relationship either. But my sister, her mom had passed away when she was 7, and unfortunately, dad and stepmom didn't treat her well. So I feel some sort of an obligation. And like I said, I'm in a position to, but where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line on being cheerfully giving?
Well, yeah.
and sort of that, that nagging.
Sure.
feeling.
Yeah. Because you don't want to enable. And that's a little bit of the feeling with this situation. So not every chance we have to give is going to be the right situation to give. Just because the opportunity is there doesn't mean that we actually have to take it. And I think this would be a situation that, finding that balance between helping and enabling, on this show, we are always teetering on that line because a lot comes into play, right? To decide that actual boundary. There's not this hard and fast rule, but I think what you have to discern in the situation is how can you best help her? And I think acknowledging, her situation is hard, right? And I think there is a level of if she's not done any level of healing or growth, having a parent die at a young age like that, and then being in a toxic situation growing up, it's kind of like, yeah, of course, this is probably her road, right? Unless she decides to do something different. And I think that's would be your hope as her aunt, is that she can start to make different choices with her life. Because if she continues to be consistent in these choices, she's going to keep getting what she's been getting. And it's not a fruitful, peaceful life, right? She's she's not feeling that. So when it comes to the financial side of it, how can you best love her well and help, but not enable is the big question.
Right. So one of my thoughts was, hey, happy to help, but I'd like to directly pay your potential landlord.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, when you said down payment, is she trying to buy a house?
It's going to the right place. No, it's for an apartment.
Sorry. Oh, like a deposit.
You know how you to put first and last month's rent.
Oh, yeah. I do think that is one of the best ways to help is to do it directly, because you don't know if she's going to use this for something else. So say, yeah, I'd be happy to help. Give me the landlord's name. I'll work with them directly to handle the deposit.
Okay.
So you could do it that way.
Okay.
You can also say no. Mm-hmm. That's also an okay answer.
Yes.
I don't know that anyone's told her no.
Yeah, and she has no one else. Like, I think a lot of people have said no, but because of her bad behavior previously.
Yeah.
Well, she just moves on to the next person, and Bank of Sierra was up next.
That's right. And
what's your relationship like with her? Are you involved in her life at all, or is it just you hear from her when she needs money?
We kind of go on and off. So, Dad had cut us out of their life. We held financial money from when my sister passed that it wasn't to be given until they were 21. So when we reconnected, when they were both her and her brother were 21, to give them the money, they were told that we stole the money. But that wasn't the case. Yeah, it's a horrible. I mean, it would take me days, but
I'm so sorry.
Anyways, yeah, and so they did get the money, and at that point, we thought we were sort of, kindling, a building of a relationship that was broken, and then from there, it just, she spent the money, I guess, within 3 months and started asking people for money, and we understood that she had a boyfriend in her life that was deep into gangs and drugs.
Boy.
So we, when she asked, I said, I'd love to buy your groceries, but can I take you to the grocery store? And then she wouldn't respond to you.
Okay.
There you go. Yep. I think this is your way out, is to start giving directly. Yeah. And if she says nope, then the red flags were there and you did the right thing and your conscience stays clean.
Yeah. And Sierra, what George said earlier too, like, I do want you to have permission that this is your money and you want to see it being used in the best, wisest way, right? I mean, I think there is a responsibility there. And I'll say with the caveat, just because there's a family member who is in need and is asking does not mean you automatically have to, or you're a terrible person, right? So you could have your own conviction of that you don't want it, right? That you don't want to give. Or your heart may be, and again, I think this is up to you. This is not a right or wrong. I think it's just two different options. It's either like, I don't feel good about this. The responsibility, it doesn't feel right to me. I don't like it, and I just don't feel good engaging it. So that is one option. And then the other is that you love her, and you're like, no, I do want to be able to help. I just want to do it in the right way. So that right way to me would be going straight to the landlord and helping with food, shelter, utilities, transportation, like the 4 walls, helping her in those ways, not going on vacation or something like that. And then talking to her and saying, because I love you so much, like, I want to see you do better so you're not having to depend on people for money. So let's look at job opportunities. Let's look at doing a budget. Let's put you through Financial Peace University and go through and learn how to manage money. Like, I also want to give you these resources. Maybe you pay for therapy for her, right? I mean, like, seriously, I don't know what else is out there, but it's like tools to help her become a healthier person. How can we do that and sustain that, right? So that's option B. But option A is okay too, Sierra. I want you to feel that. Like, that is up to you.
Yeah.
But then there's option B if you feel that way. But I think what you're saying is wise, is going, straight to the things that you can help. And even, and it's so sad, but it's the reality, she's pregnant. So, like, I don't know what health insurance looks like for her and all of that. So it's like, there's a part, like, we need to understand the reality we live in. Niece, whatever her name is. Mm-hmm. But also maybe, Sierra, you say, I feel like I do want to give, and maybe it's through the medical baby route and you help pay for medical bills, to help with that, right? So, like, I think there's ways to help her, but also helping her to become a healthier whole person in the process is going to be the best gift that you can give her.
Yeah, I really like that because I think I haven't taken time to do that. And I think I was also struggling. I'm kind of in a position in my life where I haven't always outrageously given, right? Like I've I've kind of turned the corner where I feel like I have to, I can help there. I can help there.
Yes.
Like I think I was trying to find that balance. And so I think that just even having we've kind of chatted back and forth, and I've kind of gone a bit radio silent actually, just to sort of discern and pray about this.
Yeah.
So, I think that answer is just, just having a proper conversation with her and how she can grow and sort of determine from there, but also maybe directly help her with the four walls. We have free healthcare in Canada, so baby care.
Oh, that's true.
Be an
Be
issue.
good. Okay, good. Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I love your heart, Sierra, and I think, this is the thing about money. It's a tool to help, but we want to help and not enable. And with family members, I think it's sometimes that hard line that can happen.
Giving should be intentional, just like spending or saving.
Yep, that's
So
right.
You're doing this the right way.
Yeah, for sure. Sierra, thanks so much for the call. Well, that puts this hour of The Ramsey Show in the books. We'll be back.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life. Matt starts us off from Montana this hour. Hey, Matt, how are you?
Good. How you doing, sir?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I knew that answer was coming. Well, I'll give you the kind of the quick synopsis. I'm a home builder here in Montana. Got my butt handed to me in the recession, and I've been working my way out. I was in the middle of a big commercial and residential subdivision when the recession hit. That, of course, went on hold, and now I'm still digging out personally. As of right now, paid off about $450,000 personally.
Wow!
By selling my house, selling basically everything but the kids.
Wow!
And changing our lives. Me and the wife, we took your class at a church here in town, and that drastically changed our lives. So we thank you for that. But where I'm sitting today is I'm down to personally $102,000 personally, and on my house that I rebuilt after I sold my other house, and that's mostly just my land. I paid basically just on the house as I've gone. So sitting really good personally that way.
So you have a $102,000 mortgage on your home.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
And have about to kick my student loan gone down to about the last $4,200 on that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be gone here in about another month.
Wow, man, you're killing it! Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And then in the meantime, we decided to have 2 more kids, so now we're up to 6 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So busy lives in the process of everything. Wife started a business debt-free. And doing really, really well with that. Just haven't really drawn any income off of it. Just keep rolling it into the business. And now we're going to start pulling consistently about $6,000 to $7,000 a month off of that business.
Cool.
So yeah.
What are you
really
making? What's your income?
My income, building now, kind of post-recession, I'm making 67 to 70-ish a year just myself before the wife's income.
Sounds like you're both together going to have about $100,500 then. Okay.
Basically starting from this point forward with the wife's deal.
Yeah.
What I'm working on now is I had about $7 million owed on my subdivision, down to about $2.5 million as it's back going and getting things developed and sold and keeping the housing market going. So working to never, ever, ever be back in debt that much.
So you still
again.
you still have that?
Yes, still have that of business debt. So working through that with what I've got going for development-wise, it's got probably about $3.5 million once stuff is final platted in the spring. So we'll have that paid off, and knock on wood, have about $1.5 million to show for it, depending on interest and taxes and all that great stuff.
Okay, so the properties are going to sell off at the current burn rate by spring, and you will be debt free and have cleared $1 million.
Yep.
Good. Way to go. That's quite a turnaround.
Yeah, that's quite the turnaround, and it still would have probably about 5 commercial properties debt-free at that point that I could continue to sell, or the idea was to keep and, put commercial businesses on them for lease, that kind of thing.
Are they paid for? Are they clear?
They would be by next spring, summer.
Okay, so they'll be clear. Okay.
Yep. So where I'm sitting today, and that's why I'm having to call to the debt guru here, is got a fella that I have worked with for lots of years, built a commercial building in our subdivision, bought the lots from us, and built a commercial building. He's wanting to sell the building now, and I've been basically managing it for him. He wants to sell it to me, work as the bank, set up as a trust indenture, not a contract for deed. And I just am torn. I don't know if it's worth getting back in some form of debt again.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Haven't you had enough fun?
No, I guess I haven't. No, I mean, I definitely have had way too much fun.
Listen, I got a bunch of commercial property, and I own all of it free and clear, and life is good.
And life is good.
The last thing I want is a dadgum mortgage. I mean, I don't need a piece of property. I don't need a deal of any kind ever again bad enough to go into debt for it. So what's this property worth that this guy's wanting to sell you?
It's appraised at $1,380,000.
Well, can't you pay cash for it next spring?
Basically, and that's kind of the idea here.
Well, lease it with an option until next spring.
So, yeah, he wants to get rid of it now. He just wants to be done. He's moving out of the area.
Then you're not the buyer.
Okay.
If he wants to lease it to you until next spring with an option to purchase, I might give him a little money for that, to hold it until I've got the money. But I don't have the money, and so I'm not a player. Yeah. Listen, it has cleaned up my life, Matt. My brain is so clean because it's a real simple transaction. I look at something, and if I have the money, I can buy it. If I don't have the money, I can't buy it because I don't borrow money.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I've done for 5 years.
And you cleaned up a whole dadgum mess that almost took you down, man. I mean, your head was in the noose, and you got your head out of the noose.
Yeah.
Don't stick it back in there.
Okay. Well, that's what I needed to hear because, I'm still an entrepreneur. I still see like a good deal.
I'm a real estate guy. I love a good deal, man.
Yeah.
I love a good deal. But there's no possible way I'm going back into debt. The definition of a good deal, it partly is, can I pay for it?
True.
And you're not ready. Yeah. Listen, I'll give you a bet, all right?
Okay.
I'll give you a 50% shot or greater that this guy waits till spring to sell it to you.
Okay.
I'll bet
you're probably right, because that's basically what my wife said too.
Yeah, you take an option on it. You run it for him till spring. You make him a sweet deal, and you cash out your deal, and you put the cash and go buy the property. If it's a great buy, and if it's something you really want to own. But if I got $1 million in my hand or $1.3 million in my hand, I'm going to look at that piece of property and go, "Is this what I want to buy? Do you really? Are you sure it's that good a deal? That's a lot of money. Are you sure? Because I'm going to get. I mean, if it's only worth $1.3 million, certainly don't want to buy it for $1.3 million. I want to buy. It's be worth $2 million if I'm paying $1.3 million for it. So I really want a good deal here because I'm walking around with cash, and cash talks, man, and you know what else walks, right? So that just don't do it unless you got the cash. Structure it in a way where your head doesn't go back in the noose, my man. Don't just learn the lesson. Don't go back. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.
You can do this. That really is the message. Whether you've got $270,000 in student loan debt or $27,000, whether you've got a $50,000 income or a $500,000 income. Daniel is with us in Austin, Texas. Hi, Daniel. How are you?
Good, sir. Thank you for taking my call. My wife and I, we are in a heap of trouble. we're maxed out on all of our bills, and and I'm already working about 60, 70 hours a week at my job. So I'm trying to find out how do we get this ball rolling. And mom's being a stay-at-home mom. She's trying to get her a business that she has. So
okay, your phone's breaking up. You're going to speak directly into it and hold still.
Okay. We're just trying to see, bills are getting paid, but we're just trying to see, how can we get this ball rolling?
Okay. What is your household income?
About 70. I do about 70,000 a year.
Good for you. Okay, good. And how much debt do you have?
I think I told Kelly about 80, but I think it's more about around 90,000.
Okay.
Not counting the house.
Yeah. How much do you owe on your cars?
That's where you're going to tell me. About 70,000.
I'm sorry, say again?
It's about 70,000. I have 2 cars and a motorcycle. I made a really bad mistake.
So what do you owe on the motorcycle?
About 10,000.
And what is it worth?
Probably right at that, I think.
Okay. What about your car? What do you drive?
I drive a little Honda Civic. I think it's worth about 10,000, and I still owe 14 on it.
I'm sorry, it's worth about what?
About 10. I just looked it up at Kelly Blue Book, and it's worth about 10,000.
Is that private sale?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you owe 14. And Mama's car, what do you owe on it?
I just got it, 45,000. But that was my biggest mistake is we turned in her last one and they rolled about 14,000 over.
Okay, and so you owe what on this $45,000 car?
About 45,000. I just made last week. I just made the first payment.
So the car is worth what?
I just looked it up last night. Right now, it dropped to 20,000.
20,000.
Yeah, I stickered at 30, but I just put it in the Kelly Blue Book last night.
Okay, there's no way. There's no way it dropped $10,000 when you drove it off the lot. I mean, so you had 15 negative equity you rolled into it.
Yes, sir.
And how bad is your credit?
Yeah. It's about mid-range.
Okay. When did you buy this last car?
Like a month now, probably 2 months ago.
Okay.
I just made the first payment.
What other debt have you got?
Between that, some the water filter at the house. The sales guy comes in.
How much debt do you have? How much other debt do you have, and what's it on? How much do you owe on the water filter?
Like 5,000, and furniture about 6,000. Just paid like about 3,300 in credit cards.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. What other toys have you got sitting around?
What toys? I've got some tools that I have.
Some what?
That I do some woodwork. Some tools.
And what are they? What are they worth?
I really couldn't say. Not a whole lot. I mean, maybe $1,000.
Okay.
Maybe.
You got a camper in the backyard, a boat in the backyard?
Nope. No. Actually, we got rid of the camper.
Okay. All right.
To get the house.
Yeah. And how much do you owe on your home?
We owe about $140,000.
Okay.
Last time I looked a year ago, we're in a really good area.
Who is the loan with on the $45,000 car?
It's through Chrysler.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's right at the. It was a bit. Trust me. Every night I'm just sitting here banging my head against the wall, going, "You're stupid."
Yeah. Okay. There's a couple things we can do immediately, and there's 3 or 4 variables I see in this that you can start to work on, and then the rest of it you're going to have to grind through. Okay. Variable number 1 is anything you can do to get your income up or her income up. You said she's starting a business on the side. I'll send her a copy of Christy Wright's Business Boutique book, and let's get that going.
She just got it. She was at her signing Tuesday night.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So you're already on the way with that. Good. Okay. And anything you can do, you said you're working like a crazy man already, and I'm not doubting that, but anything you can do to create income is not a bad thing. I would sell the motorcycle today.
Okay.
Get rid of that $10,000 worth of debt and that payment. That doesn't fix much, but it gets things started in the right direction. Your car is not the problem. As you said, Mama's car is insanity on steroids. And so what we've got to do there is start to try to figure out if there's any way out of this thing. I don't think that car dropped from 30,000 to 20 overnight in 2 months. I think it either wasn't worth 30 when you bought it, or you got some bad info on Kelley Blue Book. Okay. And so I'm going to do, if I'm you, I'm going to scratch around and try to figure out, I want to get as much for this car as I can get. And then you've got to figure out some place to borrow the $15,000. Okay. If you can get 30 out of it and have a $15,000 loan down at the credit union, we got rid of $30,000 worth of debt. We got rid of $10,000 worth of debt on the motorcycle. Now we're starting to get where we can breathe. Now Mama gets a beater car, or she gets your car, and you get a $1,000 car. I don't care which. While we get out of this mess, that's not forever, but that's till we get out of this mess.
Yeah, we kind of thought about like trying to get rid of the van and her drive my car.
Yeah.
And then because my car's just used for work, so I could drive the motorcycle because it's on a really cheap payment. You know,
no,
it's really
you don't need a $10,000 motorcycle. Not in this situation. You need to get a $1,000 car with no payments.
Okay.
You need to get rid of debt. We're trying to. What you've got is a mathematical log jam. There's this, too many things trying to get through too narrow a hallway.
Yeah.
You follow me?
And I need dynamite.
And you need dynamite to blow it up, and that's what we're doing here. Okay, yeah. So it's gonna, and I don't know how quickly you're gonna be able to move out of this car, Mama's car. It may take a few months of screwing around with this to find the loan and to find a buyer and everything else. It's not gonna be an easy process. The third thing is the money stretcher is the budget, and that's jump on every dollar. Have you done that yet?
Yes, sir. We actually, after 6 years, we sat down and did a budget, had a fight, but we did it.
Okay. All right.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.
Jim, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure. How can we help today?
Well, I'm looking for some advice on how to invest $120,000 in cash.
Whoa.
I retired in 2010 from my first job. Been working a second job full time now. And over the years, I've saved a lot of money. And I've got about 3 different bank accounts with money in, so I'm financially good there. But I have $120,000 in 10 cans buried in the backyard that ain't making me no money.
Wow.
So I thought I would try to find out what I can do.
We finally found the guy with the tin cans of money in the backyard.
Wow.
Let's start with your address. Where exactly can we find? Let's go on a treasure hunt. Jim's like, he's like, my name's not Jim, and I don't live in Austin. Fooled you.
Well, if I told you, I'd have to shoot you.
Oh man.
I believe you, Jim. I'm not going near Jim's property. So you've done a great job saving. Do you have any debt?
I have no debt whatsoever. In 2010, I paid everything off, and I work some for the municipality that I work for now, and I do a lot of security jobs on the side. And I have been able to really, really save a lot of money. The wife is retired, and I should be retired. I'm at 67 years old. But
do you just like working?
I do like working. I don't like sitting at home. When I retired in 2010, I stayed retired 6 months. Didn't like it, so I got a job.
Good for you. That's awesome.
So
okay. How much money do you have? Do you have anything invested, or is this all just sitting in checking accounts and savings accounts?
Well, I have 2 bank accounts, 2 different banks, and then I have a credit union with some money in it too. So those 3 accounts is only making whatever the interest rate is for the banks.
Oh, that stinks.
So it's not.
What's the total of all that money that's in the banks?
About $125,000.
Okay, so you got $125 in banks and then $120,000 in cash, and you're wanting to invest this.
And I wanted to invest at least the $120,000 in cash because I know it's not making me any money.
Well, even the money that's sitting in those banks, you could do way better in a high yield savings account. You could be making 3 or 4% on that instead of 0 to 0.5%.
Okay. Well, that's what the advice I need and how to do that and what to do to get to that point. Now, I would tell you, I have a CD for the wife in one of the accounts for $6,000, so there's another $6,000 there. And
Okay.
then I do invest in the 457 program. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, how that works through the county.
Is that like a deferred compensation?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I have about $15,000 in that. So,
do you have
still
any
considerable-
retirement options through your current employer?
Yes.
What are those options?
Well, I'm drawing an annuity from my first job, a considerable amount of money. I'm drawing Social Security because I'm at 66 in 2 months. I'm drawing full Social Security there.
Do you have a 401k or anything through work?
No.
Okay.
It's the 2-to-1 match through the county. I was a TMRS before when I retired from the other one. Now it's a Texas Municipal County retirement.
Okay.
Both of them are good retirements.
So do you need the income created from these investments, or are you living off of the annuity and Social Security plus your current income?
That's what I'm living off of. I don't really use this other money for anything other than just sitting there.
Okay.
Even in the bank accounts, just let it sit there.
So I would leave enough to have a fully funded emergency fund in that high yield savings account, and it sounds like you'd be more comfortable having more money in there. Are you going to plan on making any big purchases in the next few years?
No.
Okay, you got a paid for house?
Yes, sir.
Great. So the first focus you want to look into is tax advantaged accounts, meaning things that have some kind of tax implication that can help you avoid paying Uncle Sam his due.
Right.
And so that would be things like a 401k or anything Roth. So a Roth IRA. What's your household income?
It's just me right now, so it's let's see, 30, 60, probably around 90 to 100,000 a year.
Okay. Yeah, you've got options to make this work a whole lot more for you than these bank accounts. And so
tomorrow the wife starts on her Social Security, so we'll have her income coming.
Woo! Payday.
Yes.
Well, you guys have done really well. I mean, I know it hurts to look back and go, man, over the 12 years this money's been sitting here, it could have grown at 8 to 10 to 12%, and instead it just couldn't beat inflation.
But I could kick myself for letting it sit there, but
let's look to the future.
Retire and be comfortable, I need some advice and some help to get some kind of investments in it.
Yeah. Well, I would for sure, you need to connect with an investing professional who can walk you through all of your options and dig into all the details. And we've got some that we vet all over the country. We have some in the Austin, Texas area that can help you. If you just jump on to RamseySolutions.com and click on Ramsey Recommends, you can connect with a SmartVestor Pro. And they'll walk you through, hey, Jim, here's all of your options that we could do with this money. They're not going to force you to do anything. You still call the shots. They're just going to educate you on what you could do and where to invest that money to help it grow. They're probably going to recommend things like mutual funds. These are groups of hundreds and thousands of stocks that can help your money grow with way less risk than just a single stock in one company.
Okay.
That's an example. There's index funds that you could also invest in, which are just tracking, like the S&P 500, tracking the top 500 publicly traded companies and their growth, or kind of all banking. That's what the economy is really based on when we look at the stock market, is that S&P 500. So there's a lot of options, and you still got time. How old are you?
I'm 67.
So, I mean, Jim, we still got, 30 years ahead of us here to invest this money and let it grow.
Hope so. Yes, sir.
You got kids?
That's what I'm looking for. Yes, but they're all married and grown, and I've got 3 grandkids and 1 on the way.
I love that. Well, I'm a Bible believer man, and it says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And so that's a great goal for you to have.
Well, I do have for the 3 that I already have, I do have bank accounts for them set up at the credit union.
Love it. Man, well, you're off to a great start. You've got some homework to do, Jim, which is let's research a good high-yield savings account. There's a ton out there. You can look into Marcus by Goldman Sachs or Ally. We don't have any affiliation with them. You just want to make sure they're FDIC insured, which means your money's covered just like it would be with that credit union, and those for sure are. And then connect with that SmartVestor Pro and get investing. Don't just leave this sitting in a checking account. Breaks my heart to hear you got six figures that have been sitting out there for over a decade, man. But you've done really well, and being debt-free really helps the situation, Jade. We love to hear that. So thanks for the call, Jim.
James is in Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show, James.
Hey, how's it going today, Dave?
Better than I deserve, sir. What's up?
So, Dave, first thing first, I want to say thank you for answering the call. And so me and my wife just started a new job. I just started a new job, so I went to go get a second vehicle. Basically, I got the vehicle, has high interest rates. It's going up $9.41 a day. And after looking at that, I just made the first payment not too long ago, and I'm like, hey, I got to get rid of this thing. I just started listening to you probably for the last 2 weeks, and I need help. We're looking to start that path of being debt free and trying to save for a home. Our son is 3, so
good.
Yes,
good.
Sir.
So how much you owe on this car?
$14,476.
And what's your household income?
$75,000.
And how much other debt do you guys have, not counting your house?
So we have one other car, which has $13,000 left on it, and she has student loans for about $15,000.
Okay. All right. So that's $45,000 would have you be completely debt free.
Yes, sir.
And out of 75. So if you were to do that over 2 years, that'd be about $22,000 a year. So roughly $2,000 a month. You get on a really, really tight budget, and you have no life and no vacations, and you don't go out to eat, and you sell so much stuff the kid thinks he's next. And your friends that are broke think you've joined a cult because you don't have a life. And for 2 years, you get out of debt. And it's going to be $2,000 a month on this debts.
Right.
And you list your debts smallest to largest, pay minimum payments on everything but the little one, and attack the little one with a vengeance. Now, it sounds like that your car and her car are about the same price, and the student loans are about the same balance. The student loans slightly above. Now, is the interest rate on the new one ridiculous?
Yeah, 24%.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah.
Well, the good news is
scenarios where
so we're gonna put it first because it's a tie with your wife's car on the balance roughly, and you're going to pay that thing off in about 7 months.
Okay.
Because you're getting hammered.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is the lesson you learned about buying that car?
Oh, man, honestly, I'm going to be honest, Dave. I've been wanting to go ahead and just sell it, figure out a way to sell it, and take, right now we're on baby step 1, where we're trying to save $1,000 for emergency fund, but I've been trying to sell it just to try to buy a car cash, and, you know.
All right, if you want to do that, that's okay. That'd be fine. But you can get it paid off real fast if you lean into it and you just stop your life. No life.
All right.
No life. Cut everything out. I mean, food, lights and water, and that's it, And we're going to pay off debt. That's how you get out of debt, is complete and total focus like that. So I'm going to help you. The lesson you should learn from this is interest rates matter, number one. So getting screwed at 24% is a dumb idea. That will keep you broke your whole life. Number two, you impulse the crud out of this. This was a complete impulse. You didn't even look at it until you got home, and then you wanted to chew your arm off when you looked at the bill you were holding in your hand because you felt so dumb, okay? And that's what happens when we impulse something big. I've done it. I've done the same thing where I impulse something, particularly something big. You don't feel it when it's a stick of gum. If you impulse a biscuit, that's not a problem, right? But when you impulse a freaking car, it'll kill you. You have to go slow on big purchases, fast on small purchases, and make good, wise decisions, and, of course, pay cash for everything from this point forward. So either sell it, dump it, and then work your way through your debt snowball and then pay cash for a better car, or just work and pay it off really, really fast. It'll be the first thing in your debt snowball because it's basically a tie for the smallest. Katie is with us in Milwaukee. Hi, Katie. How are you?
Hi, Dave. Better than I deserve. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I just actually graduated residency, so the opposite of the previous caller.
Yeah.
And I have a huge debt of about $500,000 from medical school and a little bit from grad school. It's my only debt outside of my home, and my question is, where would that fit in my baby steps, given that it's so big?
How did you get $500,000 for med school?
Well, I had $50,000 from graduate school. I have a master's degree, and then I went to a private medical school that was about $60,000 a year, and I wasn't married at the time, so and they don't allow you to work in medical school, so I didn't have any living expenses. So all
you
of my
went to a
living
very,
expenses
very
were,
expensive med school, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
You paid double what other people
and I lived
pay.
down south in Fort Lauderdale, so it was
You paid double what other people paid.
right.
Good Lord. So you have a specialization?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What field of medicine are you going into?
Oh, I'm a family medicine doctor, and I'm just about to start my new job as an attending.
As a resident?
No. I'm finished with residency.
Oh, you're finished. Okay.
I just finished, and so my schedule is about to get very big, and I just want to know.
So what
how
is
to
your
use it.
income?
Right now, my husband and I make together about $150,000.
With the new job?
With the new job, we'll make about $400,000.
Okay. Then you don't do anything. Do you clean this debt up?
Right.
You are in a very deep, unbelievable hole that is taking my breath away. That's the bad news. The good news is you have a very large shovel. Use it.
Right.
Live like a college student and pay it off as fast as you possibly can.
Should I not save for retirement?
No.
And just pay this debt off quickly?
No. You should do nothing but get rid of this disaster that is looming over your head as fast as possible. $400,000 means you're going to pay taxes of about $150, almost, and you're going to live on about $50. So that leaves you about $200. So it's going to take you about 2.5 years to clean this up. But you're not doing nothing. No vacation, no cars, no houses. Don't go out to eat, honey. You should be scared.
Get rid of it
fast.
Got it.
Because if something happens to you, that causes you to have an inability to work for some reason at the level that you're working now, you have a really serious nightmare of a situation.
Right.
The only saving grace in this conversation is your fabulous income.
Oh, yeah. And my husband and I paid off both of our cars and his student loans, and this is our only debt left besides our home. And so
great.
That's my question.
Do it.
All right.
Very,
awesome.
very, very fast. And
Thanks so
then,
much, Dave.
then think about it. Then you've got a $400,000 income to live the rest of your life with. Oh, my gosh.
I know. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that kind of money. Save and give, I guess.
Outrageous generosity and change your family tree.
Sounds awesome, Dave. Thanks so much.
Hey, thanks for calling in. That takes my breath away. I can't imagine $500,000 in student loan. Good news is she got a great job. Oh, God, thank you, Lord. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.
Let's go to Los Angeles, California, the city of angels. Teresa is on the line. Teresa, how can we help?
Hi, Ken. How are you?
I'm living the dream, Teresa. What are you doing?
So I used your principles, and I went from having no job to having a job serving. And in the 4 months that I did, my work environment was so toxic, I put in my notice. So my general manager finds out and says, don't go. Let's put you somewhere else. Let's find a place for you. You're a great worker. Don't go.
Okay.
So he puts me in the office of the restaurant instead. So I'm on the back end of things. So I'm really happy and excited. And my first day was a few weeks ago, and I work with my direct supervisor, and she's very unhappy with me. She's upset and said I was a red flag because I quit and I couldn't hack it. And what do I need to do and in this time frame, it's been a few weeks now, I'm not really doing much. She already won't mentor me and won't train me to help really and assist her. And I know I could do it, but she doesn't like me, I
Wow.
guess, and said I was a red flag. And I want to know how
Sure.
I can get her, not to, I guess, like me, but I guess trust me, or
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, so
I don't know.
here's what I need to know. You were placed in this position by somebody that if I'm understanding the situation properly, outranks her, correct?
Yes, yes.
Who is that person? Is that the general manager, the overall,
Yes.
explain to me that relationship.
Yes. He's the general manager, and she's like 1 or 2 down from him.
All right. And so he put you there because he didn't want you to leave the company. He really values you, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Does he know about how you're being treated?
No, I don't want to say. I almost talked to him, but I don't want to do that again because I feel like I need to earn my street cred with her.
Not true. She's not
Really?
giving. Yeah, let me tell you why. She's not giving you the opportunity to earn anything. From day one, it sounds like to me, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like to me from day one, she looked at you as somebody she had to deal with, and that's why she was calling you the red flag, because you quit your other position, you can't hack it. She just doesn't like you for a variety of reasons, but it's all on her side. If she's treating you that way from day one, it's not like you did anything wrong. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right. There was always something, we get along, but I always felt there was a wall up with me. I don't know. I mean, she's a lot younger than me, too. So I don't know. Yeah. Yes.
Is she newer?
No, she's been there 8 years.
Does she see you as a threat?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Because I did say, look, I don't want your job. I just want to help. I want to do this. And when I did say that, it got better.
Well, you know what's interesting? You said I'm a little confused. I need you to clarify this. You said you get along with her, but it didn't sound like.
Do.
Well, that's not what I heard in the first 2 minutes.
I get along with anyone.
If someone gets along with me, it means they like me and I like them.
Yeah, but in this case,
no.
Teresa gets along with anybody. So meaning you managed to make it livable.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
You all
it's not
don't get along.
Terrible.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's awkward silences, I guess, which I hate. But yes.
Okay, so here's the deal. You called me and you said, Ken, George, what do I do? All right?
Correct.
And I'm going to tell you. You either be a big girl and go talk to this general manager who values you and puts you in this situation to win, and you go, here's what's going on. I'm just letting you know. I'm not trying to gripe. You put me here. You talked me into staying. She's not even using me, and it was from day one. There's something there, and I need you to help me navigate it, or this just isn't a fit. You have nothing to lose. You were already on your way out the door once. What are you worried about? You either do that, or you just go ahead and say, you know what? This isn't the place for me. Because absent of leadership, this gal's not going to change. That's what I know.
Okay.
You agree or disagree?
Okay.
What's your gut?
No, well, she is leaving for a promotion in 7 months. So that's why I thought, if I just stick it out and maybe towards the end she would see that I stayed.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Well,
So here's the deal. No, I'm glad. I'm not
Okay.
having fun with you. Here's the deal. Can you stick it out? Can you put up with this relationship? Let's call it what it is. It's a
Yes.
work relationship. Can you put up with it the way it is right now, and you basically sitting around twiddling your thumbs, not because of you, but because of her? Can you put up with that for 7 more months?
Yes.
All right, then. What do you want to do?
I want to prove myself, and I want to move up. I want to move up in the company. I'm excited and so proud of myself that I went from just in 4 months. So I'm this momentum I have, I want to show that I could do it, that I could be a great assistant and help.
And I appreciate that. But you are telling me that she's not allowing you to assist or help. That's what you told me.
Yes, I was hoping you'd say, do this, and then this will...
Well, but we don't do that. We don't just tell you in a situation. Now, George can tell you what to do with the baby steps and money, but in a situation like this, I can tell you what I would do, and I already told you that. I would sit down with the GM and go, "This is unsustainable."
Okay.
That's what I would do. I would talk with the GM and say, "Well, you know what? I take that back. George knows this about me. First thing I do, I sit down with this girl and go, "What's going on?"
To have an honest conversation.
Have an honest conversation that doesn't put her on the defensive. It just says, look, here's what I'm feeling.
Do you feel comfortable to have that conversation with her and say, hey, listen, I enjoy working with you. We're a team. I want us to both win. And I feel like there's like this weird tension. Am I wrong? And just see what she says.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I do. I feel comfortable enough to do that. Absolutely.
Well, start with her.
Okay.
If she can't have that conversation, then you go, all right, well, hey,
I'm going up.
Let's go meet with our general manager. I just want to sort this out so we can be productive so that we can get the job done.
And if you don't want to do those two things, you can stick it out. I don't think it's going to be great for your mental and emotional wellness, to be completely honest with you, but I also think you could do it. I think you can bite the stick for 7 months. She clears out. I don't know if that's going to open up the opportunity for you to step into her role or not, but again, you do what your heart's telling you to do here, and I admire your willingness to stick it out for 7 months. I don't know that I'd do that, but if I felt like that was the best opportunity, you can guarantee I would do that, George.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, America. We're glad you're here. Eric is with us in New York City. Hi, Eric. How are you?
Hi, Dave. How are you? It's a pleasure to speak with you.
You too, sir. How can I help?
Okay. About a month ago, I lost my job of 15 years. And I found out that my wife had $75,000 in hidden credit card debt.
Ouch.
Yeah. Ouch.
So what are we doing?
So it's been really rough.
I bet. Why was she hiding credit card debt?
She said she was doing it for us. Kind of we were living a lifestyle. We were making, like $74,000 a year combined, but we were living like we were making,
more.
$150,000.
Yeah. So she was handling all the bills and you weren't helping at all.
That's correct, sir. All I was doing was just giving her my paycheck at the end of each week, and that was like that for the last 20 years.
Okay. Well, I guess that changes now, which it should.
It's already changed.
Yeah, the two of you working together.
Yep.
So the good news is she didn't hide it maliciously. She hid it because she wasn't very good at handling money or saying no to the family by herself, and you left her to that task alone, and so you're at fault and so is she, but we'll get through this. So what did you used to make at your job?
I made $47,000 a year, and she made $30,000.
Okay.
She gets the full benefits for us, the health benefits.
Good. And she's still working?
Yes, sir.
Good. And you've been out of work for a month?
1 month.
Okay. So how's the job hunt coming?
It's rough. I mean, the last time I was out of work years and years ago, I found a job in 2 days, and it's just been really rough.
Yeah. What do you do?
Sales.
Sales? Good.
I know. I knew you were going to say that. Good. It's the best thing to do, right?
Yeah.
If you can sell, you can do anything.
Yeah. You've heard me say that then, and I'm a big believer in that. I mean, were you good at selling?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why were you only making 47?
I think it just had a lot to do with the job that I was at. I probably should have branched out a lot longer ago.
Yeah.
Better myself, but I didn't.
Yeah, so this is a huge blessing. God pushed you out of the net. Fly illegal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, so what is it you're going to sell that's a lot better product and that pays a lot better commission and you can sell a lot more of? Like make twice what you used to make. Lots of salespeople make six figures. What were you selling before?
My question for you, what was I selling?
Yeah.
Cars.
Okay. Okay. Good. And your question's what then?
Well, my question for you is, Dave, is that my only way out of this is, the only thing I can think of is a cash-out refi. I have currently $70,000 of equity in my home, thank God.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't borrow your way out of debt. You got to earn your way out of it. I think your best way out of it is your career shift. And so I go back to our original conversation. You sell cars. Why did you lose your job?
The business was not doing well at all.
Okay. Because the new car, were you selling new cars?
Smaller family-owned dealership.
Yeah. You were selling new cars, though?
No, used cars, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, cars are selling like crazy right now. It's a wonderful business. The car business is booming. Dealers are making more than they've ever made anywhere right now. All of them I'm talking to are smiling. So I'm shocked that if you've been selling cars all those years, you can't land something selling cars. There's got to be somebody hiring.
Well, every day I'm out there with the nice clothes on, and I'm going place to place, so I'm hoping something soon.
To car dealers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, the other thing I would do then is expand my horizons and say, what else could I sell? If I wasn't selling cars, what could I sell? And that would make me more money. Because again, if the net result of this is you're out of work for a month and a half, which you're going to be by now, by the time this all settles in, and the net result is that you move from 47 to 77 on up to 100 over time, that is a wonderful net result. Agreed?
Agreed.
And you find this, that your family was out of control financially, and now you're going to help your wife, and the two of you are going to work together to form a plan that we both stick to, living on less than we make. You can work your way out of debt. I'll help you do that. That's what we show people how to do every day here. You can do this. But right now, you got punched in the mouth and in the gut. I mean, you lost your job, punch. Then your wife comes in and goes, oh, by the way, we got $75,000 in debt. Oh, crap. And so you're feeling like a country song right now, man. I mean, you're feeling like everything that can go wrong will, right? Keep the dog out of the street, you know? I mean, things are bad. That's how you're feeling, and that's a normal set of emotions to have in this situation. But I'm sitting on the outside of all those emotions going, dude, this may be the best thing that ever happened to you. The next 20 years of your life could really be incredible. I mean, you could really make more money and be in better control financially and build more wealth than you've ever built by the fact you fix these two things, the overspending and out of control, working with your wife instead of just tossing the check at her, and getting an income up because your career changed. This is awesome. This is great. It's going to turn out awesome. Is it going to be is the next 12 months going to be a pain in the butt? Yep. The next 12 months is going to be a pain in the butt, but at least it's going somewhere. I think you're going to be in fine shape. If you need some help on the getting out of debt thing when you land your new job, you give me a yell. I'll walk with you on it, dude. You can do it. Sarah's with us in Savannah, Georgia. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Good. How are you, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I'm calling because I have a year and a half left in school. I've set out for the last year. Due to financial reasons, of course. I have $29,000 in student loan debt, and I'm just trying to figure out, is it worth going back to school to take out more debt to complete the degree, or just work on tackling the debt? And also, I'm currently engaged, and we're trying to do like a cruise wedding, so I'm just trying to figure out which is best.
Wow. And so what do you make?
I make $28,600 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a year. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
yearly.
and be nice, yeah. And what does he make?
$26,000 yearly.
Okay. And what are you planning on spending on your wedding?
Well, if we do the cruise destination, it's looking at about $5,000.
Okay. And do you have $5,000?
Right now, no.
Okay. When is the wedding?
We were looking at towards November of this year.
Okay. So can you save $5,000 between the two of you by then?
Yes, we started budgeting this year.
Good.
And we figure by the time April comes, we should have at least the $5,000.
Okay, good. That's a good plan. All right, so we're going to pay cash for the wedding. Your whole wedding expense is $5,000.
Yes.
Okay, it's an inexpensive way to do it. That's good. And kind of a cool thing. I like it. When you are married, your household income will be about $55,000 a year.
Correct.
Okay. You have $29,000 in debt. Do you have any other debt?
I just bought a car.
You just bought a car.
Yes. Because I didn't have my $1,000 saved for my emergency fund, and my 2010 Ford Fusion needed some repairs, like CV axles, brakes, minor things, but they still add up.
Mm-hmm. So how expensive a car did you buy?
$20,000. It's a 2014 Ford Fusion.
You're kidding me. You spent $20,000 on a car.
Yeah.
And you're broke.
Yes.
Sell the car.
Okay.
That was stupid.
Okay.
Tell me you know that was stupid.
I felt the grunt of it after, like 3 days later, when the gentleman was like, well, you have 30 days to bring it back. And I'm like, I just feel like that's a terrible.
Are you within the 30 days?
I brought the vehicle. No, I think my 30 days might have just ended last week.
Yeah. Call them and beg them. To let the 30 days count and let you take it back. And you go get you $1,000 car.
Okay.
You
well,
knew
the car that I have,
honey, you don't even start talking.
Okay.
Not after doing that. I'm giving you a hard time. You have to know that was dumb. You make $28,000 a year. You signed up for a $20,000 car debt, and you are already $29,000 in debt on your student loans and broke.
Yeah.
That you have to hear that, okay? I'm not trying to be mean to you, but you got to break this thing out of your brain, or you're going to constantly, as a couple, be wandering back into this mess, and I'm not going to be able to help you because you're going to continually go back to this, back to the slaughter. I mean, you just walked out right in front of a gun and said, "Shoot me." I mean, I don't want you to live your life like that, honey. So here's what I'm going to do. I want the two of you as my wedding gift to go through Financial Peace University.
Okay.
That's our 9-week series. I want you to get that car taken back. Call them today. And I want you to get you a little beater car of some kind to get by until you get some of this mess cleaned up. Now, what were you studying in school?
Healthcare administration.
Healthcare administration. Okay. And what do you do for a living now?
I'm an assistant manager at the D&B.
Okay. So you're not in the healthcare field?
No.
Do you want to be in the healthcare field?
I do.
Okay. Can you study that at night and finish it and pay cash as you go? Maybe after the wedding.
Yes, but some of the classes do require me to be in the actual school.
Mm-hmm. Or do they offer them at night?
Yes, but with my work schedule, I don't generally get off in time to take those classes.
Okay, you might have to rearrange your work schedule in order to finish your degree. But I don't know that you necessarily have to do completely all school or all work. My point is, maybe we can finish up school while we're working, while we're married, and while we're paying off the debt. But pay cash for the school as you go. And you pay cash for it, whatever you're going to do. Don't add debt. Pay cash for whatever you do as you go. Work your way down through it that way. And pay cash for cars as we go. Pay cash for the wedding. You already got that one on the run. Good for you. That was a good decision. And we're going to pay cash for the crew's wedding. And but let's take as many classes as we can. And then if we have to talk to the B&B and say, guys, I got to dial back a little bit because I'm this close to finishing. And for one semester here, I need to be able to take off on Tuesday nights. You know?
Okay.
They'll work with you. Or if they won't, find a different job. So,
that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. But I wouldn't just quit my job to go back to school full time.
No.
Okay.
Just more so for more income.
Okay.
I'm looking for something else.
Yeah, I think you can make more with your degree, and I think it's a good degree to finish, and healthcare is a good field to be in, particularly healthcare administration with as much upheaval and chaos as there is in that world. Someone that goes in there with a cool head in the middle of all this mess can probably, do some good for some companies and with a little bit of academic, under your belt. So you're right on track. But the glaring thing in this discussion is this poor car. And please talk them into, you and your fiance go over there and go, hey, we just got engaged. And you guys, please, even if we have to write you a check, count this in the 30 days. Even if we give you $1,000 just to say thank you, give them a tip, to pay the salesman or something, right? But be able to take the thing back because it's just insanity. The numbers on that just take my breath away how bad they are. And I want you to because with no car debt and the wedding is saved up and paid for and we're paying cash for college as we go along and then we can begin to knock out the $29,000 as well. See, you're going to be in a really good place in a very short period of time. But when you drop a $20,000 stupid car loan in the middle of it, it just blows the thing up. It makes it very hard to pull off. So really, really, really bad decision there on that one. But you can recover from it. Let's get out of it. Let's do something to get out of that deal. Please work very hard to get out of it. And don't use them saying no and smiling as an excuse. You've got to work your way away from that. It's just really, really bad. So, and hold on, Kelly will pick up. I'm going to put you through Financial Peace University as my wedding present to the two of you. I want the two of you to go through the class together, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll start to come together for you. And you see how avoiding debt causes you to be in a position to be outrageously generous and to build wealth.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.
Kendall is with us in Fairfax, Virginia. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show, Kendall.
Hey, Dave. How are you? So excited to speak with you.
You too. What's up?
So I'm on baby step number 3, and I've been living with my family when I got out of debt, and now I've saved up about enough for 6 months that I was living in my current situation. But I'm wondering if I should save up, if I was kind of on my own, had my own apartment, which would probably be about double.
Well, yeah, if you're going to move out, which would be your plan, right?
Yes.
Then you would need an emergency fund of that. I'm not sure you have to have that saved up before you move out. So how much money do you have saved?
So I have $11,000.
Okay. And what is your income?
$160,000.
Your income's $160,000?
Yes.
And you're at home?
Well, I had to get out of debt first.
Okay. Are you out of debt?
Yes, I am. I got out in December, and then I saved $11,000 the past couple months.
Great. And how much debt did you pay off?
Well, I didn't have a job for a year, so I dipped into my savings and racked up about $30,000 and paid that off in 6 months.
What do you do?
I do technology consulting.
Good for you. How old are you?
36.
Cool. I would move out immediately. You make $160,000 a year.
This is the thing, is that I'm doing consulting, and my project is actually ending this week. And then I go on the bench for a month, and if I don't find a position, then I lose my job.
Okay.
So I don't, so then I would get a severance of about a month, but I don't want to.
Okay. So you go on the bench for how long?
A month.
Starting when?
This next Monday.
Okay. All right. So a month from now, you're going to know what's going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. If you've gotten a job a month from now that's similar to what you have now, move out.
Right.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
If you haven't, you may need to stay until you land something.
Right.
Because you've gone from 160 to 0.
Correct.
Yeah, and that would be a problem with $11,000. So, yeah, okay. I didn't realize the income was unstable. So let's go ahead and pile up as much cash as we can during this time. While you're on the bench, are you paid?
Yes.
Okay.
So I would be paid for a month, and then I would get a severance of a month.
Okay. So pile up all of that cash.
Yes, sir.
As your emergency fund. Keep piling it. But at the point that you have stabilized your income, meaning you landed a job there or somewhere else, move out immediately.
Yes, sir.
Not in 24 hours, but I mean within a week or two, go find you a place to live. You make good money.
Right. And should I be saving for, because I was looking at either getting a car or a house, and so I'm just debating, so you're saying I can move out, if I stockpile all of that.
Yeah.
And then, but I kind of want to buy a house, and if I rent, then I'm just
go rent something.
Throwing that away.
It's time to be a grown-up. Go rent something. You make $160,000 a year, all right? If you've stabilized that, I mean, shut up. Go rent something for a little while. Start piling up money for your down payment on a house. Don't live with mom and say, you make $160,000 a year. Do I need to say this out loud a bunch of times, right? It's time to move.
Okay.
You can call me up making $12,000, okay? So it's time. It's time. And no, I would not go buy right now. And you don't have a down payment and an emergency fund, and you need both before you buy and be debt free. And it sounds like you've got to move up in car or buy your first car. How much car do you have now?
I am driving my sister's 2004 car from college.
It's not your car.
Well, it's my family car, and they just let me. I've been driving it for a year.
Okay. Well, so, probably one of the first things you're going to do is save up and buy you about a $10,000 car and give them their car back.
Yes.
Right? Or maybe they want to sell it to you.
Yes. I mean, they said they'd give it to me. But, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that'd be fine. I just don't want you to live off of them anymore. So I want you to have your own car, have your own place, have your own life. I'm not saying you have to not ever speak to them again, but it's time to move on, especially when you've stabilized this wonderful income of yours. Congratulations.